You Eurovision fools, Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and let's jump right into it because the European Broadcasting Union, EBU, has just released the running order of the grand final, and we're talking obviously Eurovision 2021. We've been highly anticipating it. We need to have it now because the first dress rehearsal will take place early afternoon tomorrow already. So yes, let's take a look at it, who opens the show and who closes it and everything in between. So it is Cyprus's turn to open the grand final this year. Elena's El Diablo opening the show, setting the tone. What a banger to start the show with. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Then Albania is going to be in the second slot once again, and this is always the dreaded position because no country has ever won out of slot number 2. But, you know, more on that in a moment. Then Israel, Belgium, and Russia. The first 5 songs of the evening, followed by Malta, Portugal, Serbia, United Kingdom, and Greece. And Greece, pretty good position. You know, this is where you want to be in the first half, at least 10th position. And then Switzerland and Iceland, 2 other potential contenders for the win, got also a favorable running order in the first half. And then Spain in slot number 13. Now, the next 13 songs were drawn into the second half. Let's take a look. 14th, Moldova, then Germany in 15th position, Finland, Bulgaria, and Lithuania. Then further down, Ukraine and France, 2 very popular songs, potential winners as well, if you believe the betting odds. Then Azerbaijan in 21, 22 Norway, and Netherlands in slot number 23. Not as a surprise, considering that we already knew that they were performing in that position. And then Italy 24. This is another fan favorite and betting odds number 1 or shared number 1 at this point. So that's a good position. Then Sweden, and guess who's closing the show? They opened the semi-final 2, and now they get to close it. Is Senhit bringing along US rapper Florida, Adrenalina. Another big song to end the show with. So let's talk about some of the things, some of the elephant in the room situation, but take some of it with a grain of salt as well. One of the things I want to talk about is Cyprus opening the show. I'm sure some of Elena's fans are a little disappointed, but this is how you set the tone. So it's not the worst place to be in. Of course, the chatter is happening and saying, okay, if she is opening the show, that leads a lot of people to believe that her position in the first semi is maybe wasn't as good as people thought it would be. Because since it's a producer-driven running order, people believe that, you know, the fan favorites and the songs that did well in the semi are being put further closer to the end of the running order or in a slightly better position. I have no evidence to believe that, but it just seems to be a pattern at least. But that should not discourage the fans of El Diablo. Cyprus will set the tone, and I have a feeling it's going to do really, really well anyway. I feel really bad for Albania. Albania, once again, second in the running order. The same thing happened in 2019. Why do they put Albania in the second position 2 years in a row? Come on. That is just not right. I didn't like that at all, but I don't have any control over it. Some other ones that surprised me a little bit. Malta in position number 6. I was convinced they're going to be between 10 and 13, considering one of the fan favorites and betting odds really high up. So that may hurt their chances if you believe that the running order, the earlier the worse it gets. Now, people are saying it doesn't matter if a song is good, it's going to win. Yes, that may be true, but there is a reality that other factors that you may not consider could come into the equation here. For instance, some people turn on late, and then they may not even have heard all of the songs. So it's not the best case scenario for Malta, but the song is strong, and hopefully they will do well regardless. Then Portugal, another song that came out of nowhere in the betting odds, climbing up quite a bit. The fans went crazy over it. 7th position. I think that kind of, yeah, makes sense, I guess. Because, you know, they were trying to switch things up, you know, like the style and all of that stuff, the genre. So coming right after Malta, I guess it does make sense, followed by Serbia. Initially, we all thought on our team that the United Kingdom would close the show because it seems like, open the show because it seems like that kind of song. But Sean made a good point, like with all the props there, that maybe not be the best choice. And here they are. And then Greece, Switzerland, and Iceland, 3 very popular songs. All got good running orders in the first half. Doesn't surprise me. So they are absolutely in it in this position. So if you're a Greece, Switzerland, or Iceland fan, you should be very excited with what we're seeing here. According to my analysis. Let's take a look again at the songs in the second half. They were drawn into the second half, and then the producers decided where they would end up. Germany was a bit of a surprise to me. I thought that this could be a potential closer because it just has that kind of vibe to it. But no, they gave him for a second year in a row a less than desirable running order. Granted, 15th isn't bad, but because in the second half, but I thought they're going to put them closer to the end actually. And then other than that, there's not much to stand out. Looking at some of the betting odds favorites to win this whole thing: Ukraine in 19, France in 20. So those two positions are good, so there's nothing to deny there. That's going to work. Italy, the other one that is definitely now on a lot of people's radar. I mean, it has been on the radar because it's been for the past couple of days the betting odds favorite. Now getting a 24th slot, I think that'll only potentially help Italy to stand out even more. So if you're a Måneskin fan, I think you're like over the moon. Some people thought it was the closer. I'm like, there's no way they're going to close the show with Italy, but I actually predicted 24th position for Italy. I figured they're going to put them closer to the end, then followed by a slower song like Sweden, which is true, and then ended with another banger. And the banger we're referring to is San Marino's Adrenalina. What a way to end the show. And I think it's fair, considering the opener, they can close it this time around. And having such a big name as Florida right there, I mean, this is perfect. This is a perfect closer, thinking about it, so I agree with it. But as I always say, I hate the producer-driven running order because, it just seems unfair putting Albania in second twice. And, it's not cool, but I don't have control over that. I'm just sharing my view. But what do you think? Are you happy with the running order? Where did your favorite song end up? Leave your thoughts below in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe and like this video because more to come. Tomorrow we'll be in the press center again as these 26 countries will rehearse the first dress rehearsal for the grand final. So lots of good stuff happening, and I'll see you then, okay?